over the years, I've had the fortune to work with a tremendous variety of types of businesses as clients, from accountants to real estate agents to software companies to clothing companies to bloggers and websites. But I have a soft spot for restaurant clients. And that's, of course, because not only do I love food and love restaurants, but my wife and my brother in law are actually the owners of two local restaurants here in Northern Virginia. And so while I try really hard to stay out of the restaurant business other than sampling the food, um, I've seen the restaurant business from the inside, so to speak, and in part probably because of that, I've have a large number of restaurant clients. But restaurants come to me all the time and say, do I really need a trademark registration? Why does a restaurant need a trademark registration? That's the heart of what I want to talk about today in this episode. Restaurants are prime candidates for trademark protection. And I want to give you a couple reasons why. The first is that a restaurant generally, runs on a pretty tight budget, and the cost of a trademark issue or a trademark dispute can be tremendous for a small business like a restaurant. And so the protection and the insurance that a registered trademark gives can be tremendously valuable to help avoid a costly dispute and to help avoid and reduce the risk that the restaurant might have to rebrand or change its name. I mean, the cost of changing the signage and the menus at a restaurant alone can be a tremendous impact. I know, I've seen it happen to clients, unfortunately. So the security that a trademark registration provides to help lower that risk is of a tremendous value. The second main reason that a restaurant can benefit tremendously from trademark protection is that without a trademark registration, protection for a localized business, like most restaurants, is limited geographically. So a restaurant here in the Northern Virginia area that's operating successfully but does not have a federal trademark registration really has no rights to block somebody from using that name anywhere else in the country. So a very similar themed restaurant with a very similar identical name could begin using it in San Francisco or Boston or Miami or Tuscaloosa or wherever else in the country. And the restaurant here would have little or no chance of being able to stop or shut that down, even though some people could be confused when searching online or when visiting one of those other areas, because it is a local business, and without federal trademark protection, their common law rights based on just using the mark are limited to the local area. By registering federally, a business such as a restaurant expands their rights like immediately to all 50 states. It puts everyone across the country on notice that they've claimed rights in the trademark. And when you get the registration, it gives you rights across the country in all states and territories. And so that's a tremendous value to a restaurant, particularly to a restaurant that might someday expand or be bought or have partnerships or investors. And of course, because now even a local restaurant might have issues with social media handles and domain names from competing businesses in other parts of the country, that's another reason that it would be good to have the registration to be able to potentially stop restaurants from operating in those other areas. So those are really two really significant areas that affect restaurants a lot and that I go over a lot with potential clients in the restaurant industry. If you're in the restaurant industry or any small business and you want to talk about why trademark protection would be a good match for your investment in your brand, please reach out to me, Erik at erikpelton.com, or find me online. Happy to have a discussion.